Our Europa League journey begins today, however. We've already played our opening match of the group stages where we have beaten Slavia Prague 1-0. Kristaps Stefan Hagens with the only goal of the game. It was very close. It means right now the group looks a little bit like this. We are going to be playing Real San Sebastian and Osijek in today's episode, who played each other earlier and drew 0-0 by the looks of it. Yes, they did. Hopefully, we can score some goals. Our first away game of the Europa League this season in Spain. It is going to be very, very tough. Real San Sebastian, Real Sociedad, whatever you want to call them, are probably the best team in this group. Even though they were only the second seed, Slavia Prague technically were first seeds. They do have the ball early on. Alionov with a decent enough tackle. I still don't know how to say his name. Wrongier outside the area, plays it back, crosses the ball in. Juris Melkimjans comes out, claims that one. Melkimjans, by the way, has just signed a new contract. So, he is sticking around. He's not annoyed that he can't go to Saudi Arabia. Gorks has controlled this well. Plays the ball through. He's managed to find its way back to Gorks, and he passed to Paulsen. He passed to Paulsen. He should have kept it himself. He was onside. It's going to VAR, and it is definitely going to be cancelled out. Why did he not just keep hold of the ball himself? He literally was in the same position, so the ball was here, and he passed it. Why did he do that pass? He could have done it himself. Sociedad once again with the ball in a very good position. It's a throw. Wrongier heads it down to this man. Long, confusing name. Goes for goal. Hits it wide of Melkimjans' post. Still 0-0. Every highlight seems to be in this little left-hand corner for Real Sociedad. They've got it again with their fullback into the penalty area. This time, effort straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. That was not a highlight. Vogels with a throw for us. Neymar controls it. Back to Poldisa, who is making his debut today. Why am I playing Poldisa? He tried to play it to Maris Mikulov and completely misplaced his pass. Garces in on goal. Melkimjans makes himself big, stops that from going in, concedes a corner. Slavia Prague have taken the lead against Osijek. Wrongier's corner comes in. It's gone over literally everybody. Maris Mikulov is going to keep that ball just in play. He doesn't have his broken wrist anymore. Clears it down the line. Highlight ends. So I decided to play Mikulov and Poldisa in the middle of the pitch today because I thought, you know what? Let's give Poldisa a chance. I think he's going to get good. Let's give him a chance on a pretty big stage to do so, and all he's done so far is play pretty badly. Ilas controls that ball well, nearly half an hour played, he's going to run straight through the middle. Poldisa's with him every step of the way though. The shot comes in, hits the top of the bar, goes well over. Pedrinho's made it 2-0 now for Slavia Prague, so they are looking likely to be picking up the 3 points there. Half-time here, however, it is 0-0, but we have been rubbish. Looking at the match rating, 6-4, 6-5, 6-6. Mikulov's on a 6-8. He is our second best performer outside of Juris Melkimjans. I am not happy with that performance. I'm going to do some changes, and I'm thinking we move over to the slightly more defensive. It's not really more defensive, is it? But we'll go over to this one just to see whether it makes a little bit more of a difference. It does mean as well that we can now put Neymar through the middle. I'm looking at Poldisa. Do we want to bring him off? I think we do, you know. We're going to do Adam Caesar, swap you two around. Caesar, I signed him to make him a centre-back. He's now kind of become a central midfielder again because Nene B, Frankie Dow, Yanis Vogels, and I can't remember his name, Ruggins, I think, are kind of all they're not better than him, but they're just slightly further ahead of him. Paslak with this ball. He's got Vogels in front of him, plays it back to Big Ass, crosses that ball in, and it does manage to find the top corner. It is 1-0 to Real Sociedad. 4 and a bit minutes played in the second half. It's probably going to be game over. As long as we finish in the top 3, we still make it through to basically knockout football in Europe. Arguably, finishing third might be better for us because we're going to go into the Europa League too. Neymar, you know, that Neymar, the one who's supposedly really good at football, he's on a 6.2. That's his day done. We're going to do Stefan Hagens coming on for Neymar. That's all of our changes. We've got still plenty of time to play. Taihi's on a 6.2, just going up to a 6.3. Kind of jumping about. Alionov, 6.2 as well. We've just not been very good. Melkimjans with a goal kick. 3 minutes and 20 seconds of normal time to play. Alionov down the right-hand side forward to Taihi. Is he actually going to do anything? Plays it back to Adam Caesar, the Czech central midfielder / defender. Stefan Hagens to Maris Mikulov. First time we're seeing us really come forward with the ball. Alionov has managed to get past his man as well. We've got 3, 4 in the middle. It's fallen to Maris Mikulov. He's hit the top. He's hit the bar. That was it, wasn't it? That was the chance. If that went in, Maris Mikulov would have been an absolute hero. He's hit the bar. It's 1-0 to Real Sociedad. It is not the best performance, is it? Alice Kah, my assistant manager, has said, despite the result, I'm pleased. No, I'm not pleased. I'm definitely not pleased. And Neymar, and Taihi in particular, and I guess we'll go with you as well. Anyone else played really badly? I'm furious. I'm furious with your performances. Still 2 games in. Hopefully we're going to beat Osijek. If we can beat Osijek 2 times, we can beat Slavia Prague again, we should be going through 2nd place in this group. So I'm not too fussed. Quite a few changes for our second match of the episode against Osijek. We are obviously back home in Latvia. We are playing Michal Zhirkovs today as our striker. That's kind of the main one. Neymar, I almost dropped. But luckily for him, he did really well in, I think it was a cup game. He scored 2 and got an assist. So hopefully against Osijek, he can do the same. 21 minutes on the clock, and the first highlight possibly goes towards the Croatian side. Igor Silva loses out to Sergej's counter. Now Michal Zhirkovs hasn't played the game all season, if I remember correctly, if I can get my words out properly. It's gone all the way back to the goalkeeper and cleared upfield. Osijek do have the ball. It's a bit of an all-over highlight, isn't it? This is a bit of a mess. Taihi's finally stolen it for us. Mikolov to Sergej's counter to Maris Mikolov. Now Neymar on the left-hand side, who I am, by the way, training to stop trying to take players on and stop trying to kick the ball and run onto it because he doesn't have the pace to do that anymore. Mikolov's going to get the rebound in towards the penalty area. On the ground to Taihi. It's a wonderful block. Get the ball into the middle. He's done it. It's saved, though, from Gorks. It is going to be a corner. Maris Mikolov has gone over to take this corner towards Neymar and Nene B at the front post, who heads over the bar. Still 0-0, 25 minutes played. I think Slavia Prague have just taken the lead against Real Sociedad because we've dropped down to 3rd place in the table. So that's news, isn't it? Bubalo, great name. Absolutely love that name. Gets the ball back as well. Plays it across, long-range effort, or not. Controlled by Mike. That's not his name, is it? It's managed to find its way into the bottom corner. Kabashi with the goal. It's 1-0 to Osijek. This isn't how this match is supposed to go. This is definitely not how this match is supposed to go. Sindrik is going to be taking a free kick. It's into the back of the net. It's 2-0. If we are not back on level terms by half-time, we are going to have a bit of a shouting at the players, I think, because we are doing so badly. Counter to Mikolov. First time shot from Maris Mikolov. Goes inches wide of the goalkeeper's post. It is still 2-0 to Osijek. Slavia Prague are 3-0 up against Real San Sebastian. What is going on? And Neymar's injured. Wonderful. What have you done? He's injured his lower leg. Ghanaian Alex Arthur is the man to come on that left-hand side. I think this might be his debut. Not quite sure. He might have come off the bench a couple of times in the league. Half-time, it is 2-0 to Osijek, but we've had the better chances. Thrash arms, I'm far from pleased. People need to take that on board. Neymar gets substituted and injured on a 6.3. If it stays this way, we are actually going to we're going to finish bottom of the group, aren't we? Demand more. Something needs to happen in this second half. Mikolov with a corner. It's towards Frankie Dow. Heads just over the bar. Still 2-0 to Osijek. Well, the Zhirkovs gamble has certainly not paid off. He is on a 6.2. What's happened? What has actually happened to our squad? We've decided to stop playing football, and I don't know what's going on. Against Real Sociedad, we had 0 shots on target. Against Osijek, we've had 3 out of 14 on target. 2 minutes of injury time to play, and that is going to be all. It is a defeat at home to Osijek. How have we not won that? 19 shots, 6 on target. They had 5 shots, 4 on target. Apparently only Maris Mikolov turned up for us. I'm doing it. I'm throwing a water bottle. I'm far from pleased. Why are you demotivated? You let in 2 goals. Neymar is out for 5 to 6 weeks, so we are not going to see him for a little bit of time. It has not ended particularly well so far in this episode. If we take a look very quickly at the group, we are currently sat bottom of it because for some reason we can't win matches. We can't score goals. We've scored 1 goal in 3 matches in the Europa League. If you actually look at our schedule, we are struggling as well to score goals. We beat Jelgava 5-0. We drew 0-0 with Lievon. We beat Riga only 2-0, which sounds pretty good, but Riga are awful this season for some reason. We only scored 2 against Valmiera, only 2 against Noah Jamala. Yes, we put 6 past Meta. We got a 0-0 draw as well against Spartaks. We aren't scoring the goals that we're used to scoring. Next episode, we are going to finish off our Europa League group stage, and we are going to come back for the Slavia Prague game and the Real San Sebastian game because the group is so tight. I imagine it's still going to be tight come the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th games of the group. So yeah, we'll come back. Slavia Prague, Real San Sebastian. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe, all the fun, fancy YouTubey stuff, and I'll be back next time with more Europa League action, and hopefully we can score a goal